I don't know.
That is usually blue. Why isn't it blue? I guess it doesn't matter. OBS decides that button isn't blue anymore. That's fine. It is recording. Okay. Here we go, everybody. Sit back, relax, enjoy. It starts in 3, 2, 1.
Rumor has it you killed a man, Billy. You don't seem like the killing sort.
Can't be any geek off the street.
The Mourning Scream. I am a multiverse agent.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the Mourning Scream for Wednesday, November 6th, 2024. I'm Scott, and that's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Yes.
It's a Wednesday. That means we will have recommendals, but we won't have Tom. Tom's still in Korea doing Korean things. And he sent me some photo proof of something. I should share this real quick. This is awesome. He went to a Taco Bell.
Really? A Korean Taco Bell?
Yeah, right. Just to see, what you get out of that sort of thing. Let's see if I can pull it up here. Here we go. Okay, so they're advertising. Oh, it won't let me. Here, I'll put it up here. Okay, so that way everybody can see it. Their advertising looks like what you'd expect, except, obviously it's in Korean there. But you see, a big, frightfully logoed up deal. But if you look at the tacos and stuff, that looks like Taco Bell, right?
Pretty much what these look like things we have at our Taco Bell. And that bowl down at the bottom, I guess it's like some sort of power bowl because it's got a Pokemon coin of a guy flexing.
Yeah,
to show that it's a power bowl.
Yeah, so I think so. I'm not actually positive about that, but I think that's right. That's the menu. It's kind of hard to see.
That's amore.
Here's some kind of, I guess, is the ordering kiosk here.
Do they do the thing where you? Oh no, it looks like that might just be menu on the wall. Oh, right next to it is the ordering kiosk. Cool. So you basically, kind of like you can do out here is go boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
And
you just order it like a McDonald's does, and whoever. I don't think I have any local Taco Bells that let me do this, but.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The one by us does.
I wish they did. I like those. It's less contact with people. And then he showed a video of the bag here. Let's watch him open this up.
Okay.
It's got
an unbagging video.
Yeah. I love it. This is some tacos, I think.
Focus. There we go.
There we go. It's not a great shot, but
it really isn't.
No.
Is this first time shooting a video, Tom?
It might be. Here's a little bit of
okay,
better crop. Not much, but it's a little better. And then
we see the taco now.
And then here he is eating it. So here he goes. Big bite of the taco. Cool. He doesn't say anything, I think. Or no, he does. He says, I don't think. He says, tastes just like a Taco Bell taco. But then later he told me that it had a sweetness to the meat he wasn't used to.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. So for whatever that's worth, Taco Bell, Korea, making it happen.
I am not opposed to checking out a fast food place when you go to another country just to say, all right, is it, but I have to know that there's something different about it. Like going to McDonald's and getting a burger that's got beetroot on it in Australia, like a slice of pickled beets, which is really good. And I want more of that. I don't know why we can't just have one place here. Why can't we just have one place here in America that has a sliced pickled beet on the burger?
There's got to be somebody doing that, right? Probably more specialty burgers or something,
But I'm not even going to walk into a place unless I know that there's something different about it. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, I'm just eating Taco Bell. What I find weird, though, is that the 7-Elevens in other countries, specifically Japan and Tokyo, and we didn't experience this. We never tried the food. But the food apparently at 7-Eleven is really good.
Really?
In Japan. Yeah. Like really, really good wrapped hand rolls and parfait things with pandem jelly and stuff like that. Yeah, Dubious Rascal confirms. Chris says same in Thailand. What is the deal with 7-Eleven actually having good food in other countries?
I think they probably just, the culture is more focused on quality overall. So if your company goes there and opens up, you're gonna have to fit into that culture and provide decent stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I haven't been to a taco or a 7-Eleven, and I couldn't tell you how long. It's been ages. But when I do go there, I don't see anything on display where I'm like, oh, I gotta get that. That looks great.
No. I mean, I know you've talked about how sometimes those rolling hot dogs look, there's a little bit of an enticing look to them. But
If they're fresh and been on there not very long, I'm in. But if they're a wrinkly old turd,
yeah,
F that noise. I ain't eating that shit. All right, well, let's move beyond Tom and his proclivities for foreign fast food and move directly into this. We got a message from Luke from Boulder. This is another Denverite who gets it. Hey, Scoot and Boot rather. Luke from Boulder here. As a non-founding club person, a.k.a. Casa Bonita noob, I'm here to report that I also landed a reservation in January. Membership has its perks. Kudos to Brian. Excited to see the Tarnation welcome robots in 2025. Yeah.
Well, just to clarify, Luke, my reservation is for January as well. Just because I'm a member of the Founders Club thing doesn't mean I didn't get pushed all the way to January. The things that opened up, all the reservations that opened up were for January. I think they had a couple like November last minute cancellations and things like that came up, but I did end of January because Tristan's birthday is on the 1st and Tina's birthday is on the 6th. So I wanted to make sure that I got, basically a reservation for a fun night to go out with the two of them.
So the soonest you could do is January, but they don't let you pick further dates out. Like if you wanted to lock something in for May, you couldn't do that, right? They don't let you do that.
It's basically they sent out an email saying we're opening up reservations for January. You guys got the first batch of them, and you're in the queue to get those, and then they open them up to everybody.
All right, nice. Well, what if you guys go the same night? That'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious. I wonder. Yeah, you'll have to let me know, Luke, what night you're going.
Yeah, he didn't give a date or an actual day, but we'll see how that goes. Good luck, Luke. Enjoy your amazing experience. And if the Tarnation robot would be amazing. They didn't. I mean,
if it really exists. No. Yeah, if it really existed, it would be great. But
just have Trey Parker show up every once in a while and do it again. Just have him do it.
Sure. Have him wear the outfit and even get some makeup to look like a robot. Howdy, partner.
You look hungry. Go this way.
We have feel about nacho cheese drenching everything you eat.
We got further clarification on how the pumpkin would work if you tried to preserve it better. This all piles on top of Randy's original question about how to keep your pumpkins longer and they go bad quickly. Megan wrote in, says, this is for TMS. Hi, Swiffer and Bleach. Just heard the follow-up about bleaching pumpkins to preserve them longer. I wanted to chime in because I am a microbiologist who studies fungi and just wanted to remind everybody how important fungi is to age and decomposition. Fungi are so much more than just mushrooms, and they exist all around us, doing many beneficial things. Bleaching your pumpkin will kill fungus spores, as well as bacteria that are on the surface of your pumpkin, or that you transferred to your pumpkin from your hands while carving. Love the show, though, Megan. So basically confirming what we thought, which is...
just getting rid of the bacteria that cause your pumpkin to mold and decompose more quickly.
Yeah, you basically mummify your pumpkin, which makes me wonder if that orange, I don't know where it is in reaching distance, but that orange I have.
Your petrified orange?
Yeah, I've had since like 2006 or something. And it just hardened in a drawer, and then I found it. I wonder if that drawer was like in a particular state of dryness, and I don't know, like just not bacteria couldn't get to it.
The shriveled rind of the orange just basically acted as a barrier to keep bacteria out from places that it would cause it to decompose. There's something about, like if you've seen when they do the dried oranges for some drinks, I know you probably haven't had a drink that had like a cocktail that had a dried orange in it.
Mm-mm.
But those are like practically impenetrable. Like if you accidentally bite on it thinking, oh, this will be a delicious little tasty treat to go with my cocktail, it's like chewing on a casino chip or something.
Ugh.
So yeah.
So those are probably dehydrated, or I don't know how they do those, but it sounds like
dehydrated, or probably more dehydrated than just left on a fence for years.
Have you ever had dehydrated chicken before?
Dehydrated chicken, like chicken jerky. I've had turkey jerky.
No, not like jerky, like straight up, just like dehydrated meat from a chicken. You ever had that?
don't
So I
think I have.
should bring it down to show everybody. But basically, we bought a bunch of this that comes in bags, and we put it in this big tall container that you would normally put like flour or something in for baking. But we use it for the dogs when they're not feeling like they want to eat their food. We can sprinkle a little of this because you take it and it just crushes up like powder in your hands. This chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you powder it on their food, and then they love it because it's got a little chicken flavor to everything. But it's all dehydrated and can be out in the air. It doesn't matter. It doesn't go bad. Doesn't spoil. But it tastes like chicken. So I had to try it, of course, because I was like, well, I need to know what dehydrated chicken tastes like. Mm-hmm. And it turns out it just tastes like really dry chicken, like just dry ass chicken. But it's weird. We have a whole thing of it. People, when they come over to the house, they go to the kitchen and go, what the hell is that? Because it looks like, I don't know, it looks like flesh flakes or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you sprinkle it in their food, and they're happy as pigs and poo.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Have you tasted it yourself?
Red on air light? Yes, I did.
Oh, you did say you did.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Someone was calling me. I had to cancel a call. Sorry, I missed it.
That's fine. Do you have? That reminds me. Is your thing coming? Is your deal here?
It's
yet?
coming, but I don't know if that was them or not. But I've got the camera out so I can see it. I'm expecting a new mattress. Our existing mattress, fortunately, is still under warranty, so they're going to replace it and for free. And well, technically for free. We paid for an upgrade, $100, $150 for the next level up mattress from Serta as opposed to Simmons. I think is the deal, because Mattress Firm doesn't carry Simmons anymore. So, well, best we can do is give you a comparable mattress with Serta. And we're like, what about that one right there? And they're saying, oh, it's a hybrid. Yeah, it's a little bit of an upgrade. We're like, we'll take the upgrade.
Sure.
We want a mix of springs. We still want springs, but we want the springs and foam, because what's happening is something broke down in the Simmons mattress, and it just, in parts, it's like a ramp down. So you wake up and you think you're just going to be on the floor.
That's what happened to that bed in.
What
happened to my bed in Vegas that one time. Remember that slope, the sloping. Same thing. I don't think it's the same quality of bed, but it was the same effect of like if you were on that side of the bed, you're just going to slide off onto the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So tonight you'll get a fresh fresh
I get
sleep.
a fresh sleep, see how I do, just in time for a workout tomorrow morning. So we'll see. Like the last thing I want is, oh my God, did not sleep well on the new mattress, my back. But time to go do some burpees. Hey, that sounds great.
Yeah, and it's good when you get a new mattress. Ours has got the problem where it's good. It's a good mattress, has been since we got it. It's a Casper. We've had it for years, but there is a kind of Scott-shaped hole in it. You know what I mean? It would be good. It'd be good to have some fresh territory.
That's the deal with me. That's why we want the hybrid, is because the foam tends to do that. Foam tends to just, it's memory foam, and it always remembers.
It always, and then when it forgets,
foam remembers.
My memory foam has like early dementia because it is like going, yeah, you want to fit in here, tough titties. It's just garbage hole I live in. It's not uncomfortable per se if I'm sleeping in the right position, but there are times where I'll shift around and go,
mold.
Yeah, like wait a minute,
fit the mold just right.
Yeah, if you don't fit the mold, what are we even doing? We got it. Kim wants a new one, but we'll see. Ryan, you went and saw a movie last night. Tell us all about it.
I did, yeah. I turn off the country for a couple hours and look what happens. But no, we went to Alamo Drafthouse and saw The Wild Robot, and holy poop, this is the sweetest movie I've seen in a very, very long time. The animation's got this really cool painted quality. This is one that I'm glad we saw on the big screen, because the painted quality of the animation is just was on full display, fully huge. Absolutely gorgeous. Lupita Nyong'o, great job giving voice to Roz, the wild robot. And they do some things that you would never, in my opinion, you would never see Disney doing in a movie that features a lot of animals. Specifically, and this is not a spoiler, specifically the circle of life, like an animal eating another animal. You would never see that in a Disney movie, but
wild.
But it's a fact of life, and it's a fact of nature, and so not showing it would be disingenuous. But I get why Disney doesn't do it. It's like, mommy, why did that lion eat that squirrel?
Yeah, I feel like you get away with it more on with DreamWorks, because they just, everything's PG with DreamWorks. They don't have the same heritage or whatever. They can do whatever they want.
Exactly.
I guess.
Yeah. Matt Berry. Oh my God, Matt Berry is in this, and he's great as like a beaver or big fat woodchuck. No, he's a beaver. It is like if you took Wally, Iron Giant, Bastion from Overwatch, right? Was the robot with
totally Bastion.
And then mixed them all into a big salad. This is what you'd end up with, and this will make Carter cry like nobody's business.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I actually think she went with her friend and did just that.
Did she see it already and cry? Okay,
yeah, I think they bawled their eyes out. This is the book it's based on, this Peter Brown book. I keep getting told that this is worth picking up and checking out. And if you're a fan of the movie, that you'd really like the book. So
yeah, probably.
Just a little note for people. That's great. I want to see it. Still in theaters.
It's still in theaters. Go see it while you can, and take your mind away from anything else that might be, plaguing it, that might be occupying it. But,
I wonder who streams DreamWorks these days when they do stream.
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. That's another thing. DreamWorks has a brand new opening. Like, all these things are taking cues from Marvel. Maybe they were doing this. Maybe some of these guys were doing it before Marvel. Marvel's easily the first place. I remember seeing it where, you're seeing different characters and, there's Captain America, there's Ms. Marvel, there's blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then DC started doing that more with that, their opening thing where they show Aquaman and Superman and Batman kind of in frozen positions as the camera pulls back, and then you get the big wide shot of all the characters. Now DreamWorks has one that's got like the How to Train Your Dragon Toothless and Shrek and Donkey and Puss in Boots and stuff like that. So it's interesting that all these companies are coming up with new opening title or opening studio cards that show all of their existing characters.
No, that's cool. I saw that recently in something else. What was I? Oh, it's in the new Dragon Age. They have a similar intro for BioWare. Yeah, although it may just be Dragon Age characters, but you know how Sony has one too now, where it's like here's God of War and here's Ellie and and all zooms around and stuff. That seems to be the thing du jour at the moment. Mm-hmm. If you got a bunch of IPs. When
Warner Brothers starts having like Harry Potter and Batman and
Yep. Everybody wants those IPs, man.
They really do. Let's showcase, hey, remember this? You like this, and we're having another movie. Come see it.
Yep. Yeah. They're hoarding it. All right, we're gonna add Dunaway to the call. We're gonna play a game, you guys. It's a Wednesday game. Let's see if we can have some fun here. Oh, I need whoever wants to be part of it. You got to be the fourth caller rather, and I will take you in here. You can play with one of us. You know how it works. I should probably log into the game as well.
You should.
Do that in a second. There we go. And here we go.
Good as well.
Joining us on the line, we have one Brian Dunaway. Hi, Brian Dunaway. How are you?
Oh, it's just me. Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hey,
just
man.
The one.
Just the one.
What we can afford, actually. We can't afford more than one Brian Dunaway.
Party of one, please.
There's probably a few of you, right, out there?
Yeah.
I've never met.
There's plenty of Brians, but I'm the only one.
But do you find other Brian Dunaways? If you do a vanity search, do you see other?
Yeah, there's a copyright guy who has my Twitter handle. Whatever, Brian Dunaway out there.
Oh, geez. I didn't know about that.
You don't have a social media presence. I'm the social media presence.
That's right. Well, I have some good news. Guess who's number 4 today? It's
I can't wait to find out.
Stephanie Innipetz is who it is.
Yay!
Stephanie!
Let's see if we can get her to answer. And when she does, we'll welcome her to the fray and have her play the game with us. Stephanie, are you there? Hello? We have rings of wrist. Oh, there she is. Hello?
Stephanie's here.
Are you there?
I made it.
You're there. Yay!
I'm here.
How are you?
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We know.
A lot of that today. Whole lots of that. Oh, you know.
100% with you on that.
Yep.
Yeah, let's avoid that for now.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But it's good to have you here. We're going to play a game. Brian's going to explain the rules. We're going to have some fun. Brian, take it away.
Yeah, we're switching things up today. We're actually going to be playing a mobile game to give away these mobile game prizes.
Yes.
Amazingly enough.
Okay.
Great.
No, it's time to play the Tadpool Feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. It's their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. Stephanie and Betsy, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with That's in all caps too. Either Scott or Brian, if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Vam-Pier, Vampyr, and Hello Neighbor.
Vampire.
Vam-Pier, is that how that's pronounced? Vam-Pier? Cool.
I have no idea.
And then Hello Neighbor. I don't know how that one's pronounced.
That's pronounced also Vampire.
Is it also pronounced?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the one where you're tiptoeing around your neighbor's house and you've got to?
Yeah, you're trying to.
Hello, are you saying hello neighbor? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, it is Hello Neighbor. We played that, Brian. Remember for Boop Show back.
Oh,
in
I
the day.
loved Hello Neighbor. That's such a great game.
Yeah.
It's got this weird physics to it that makes it infuriating and fun all at the same time.
It's really good. It's like a survival horror stealth thing, but cartoony. It really works. It's really
Imagine
really good.
imagine trying to do stealth while the physics suck.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you got here.
Yeah. It's a good streaming game if you're trying to entertain people.
Oh yeah.
Nice, great. Well, hopefully you can bend the rules a little bit, Stephanie, and enjoy those games. Or I know you've got somebody that you know that enjoys those games as well.
Yeah,
so,
looking forward to giving those away.
Nice.
All right. Well, let's get to the game here. And boy, this is a great one for you to join us for.
Oh, dear God.
Can't wait. All right, Scott and Brian, please put your hands on your buzzers and tell me this. 520. What's the most difficult video game? Scott.
It would be QWOP. QWOP.
QWOP. Yep,
QWOP.
QWOP. Yep. All right. Show me QWOP.
Oh, you
That was on
guys.
the list.
Damn it.
It's number 18, but not high enough to score any points.
I was sure that would be there. All right.
Brian, what's the most? What did the Tadpool say is the most difficult?
There you go.
video
What did
game?
the Tadpool say? I know what I think is one of the universally known as the hardest game, but I don't know what the Tadpool said. Let's go with the universally hardest game in the world, Dark Souls.
Show me Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Number one answer on the board. So you have control of the board, and you have Stephanie, who, if nothing else, Stephanie, you can be the proxy to the Tadpool and see all the answers that people are saying in the Tadpool, and maybe offer some help that way.
If you trust
Well, I
such
think
a source.
Stephanie's got a whole slew of cool hard games she knows, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, what? Might be losing me. Oh,
Not
no,
hilarious.
internet is
Oh,
going
it's a
out.
shame.
Can't be embarrassed by not knowing hardest game.
No,
All right,
Well,
Steph, do you have some ideas? Because I have a whole slew of games that kick my butt every time I turn around.
Oh my God, I'm relying on you, Dunaway.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Okay, good.
It's all
Okay.
you, friend.
Well, after my nightmare of Dark Souls, I usually get frustrated when I play Super Meat Boy. It is a fun game, but dang, it's hard.
I've actually heard of that one.
It's frantic too.
Really? All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's on there. Show me Super Meat Boy.
Meats boy.
Number 6 answer, giving you 7 points.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes.
I might actually have an answer because I've
Okay, good. Give it to me.
And I've phoned a friend. So
Oh, good.
Oh,
Good.
nice.
That totally worked. Totally counts. Yeah.
Something called Elden Ring.
Oh, Elden Ring can be difficult. Yeah. So people
something called Elden Ring. I love it.
something I've heard of it before. I think
Isn't there a
There a
ring
ring
game
My
called
grand-
something Elder?
my grandma used to play it. I think.
Yeah, it's
all right.
hard. I think it's a good
You
answer.
want to go with?
Let's
What
do
do you
it.
think,
Steph says
Dunaway?
do it.
All right. Here we go. Show me Elden Ring.
Okay.
Number 3 answer on the board. Very good.
Got a little nervous there.
It's a lot easier than Dark Souls, but it's still pretty hard.
Well, I know they're coming out, Steph. I know they're coming out with a new game that's supposed to be kind of similar to a game that I played a few years ago that I never thought I would beat. And so I didn't. And it was an animated game called Cuphead. And it's an amazing game, and I love it, but it is hard as balls.
Cuphead?
That's
do
what
you
I've
think
heard
about
about that
Cuphead?
as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And Steph says, okay, never heard of it.
I mean,
Would
yes,
you prefer Miss
absolutely.
Pac-Man?
Couldn't
Miss
agree
Pac-Man's
more.
hard, too. She's pretty
It's a
tough.
game-
Those ghosts
It's a
are
game that
mean.
looks like you're playing a version of Chip, like the evil version of Chip from the Beauty. and the Beast.
Yeah. That's right. It's a couple of little malts glasses, essentially, that are little malt mugs that have been animated like 1920s and 30s type
Right.
animation, very stretchy,
Steamboat
rubber bandy.
Willie looking,
Yeah. Love
All
them.
right. Show me Cuphead. Number 5. Very good.
Woohoo!
Nice. Kind of sprinkling all over the place here, Steph. Don't quote me on that.
Too soon. It's too soon.
Yeah, too soon. QWOP was a good answer. I remember having trouble with that. Do you think we should go with something simple like Pac-Man or something? Do you think that? I mean,
Oh, Pac-Man's easy though.
you think it's easy?
Well,
Have
Yeah,
you ever tried to get to like screen 6? I mean, come on, it starts.
if you know the patterns,
the-
it's pretty easy. But
the
if you don't,
difficulty
it's
curve
hard.
is pretty big on it. All right,
Yeah.
all right, fine.
So I don't.
I
I,
like
mean,
Scott
I
taught
don't
me how to
play
do it.
many games, but I have like a little handheld, arcade thing that has Pac-Man on it, and sometimes
Right.
I'll just be sitting on it for like half hour, 45 minutes, and I give up
Yeah.
because I haven't died yet.
Right. Oh, interesting.
So I'm like,
Okay.
I
All right.
don't know.
Now I know me and Scott played one recently. But that's stupid. I won't say that one. I played retro.
If it's retro,
Um,
yeah, maybe we should stay
I'll
away
tell you
from
one
the...
that's difficult that Scott loves, and we should just rip it out of his hands before he even gets a chance to say it.
Oh,
What do you
sounds
think about
good.
that?
What's
What do you think about that? Little spitefulness. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Scott's favorite joust game, Hard as Nuts.
Just Joust.
Just
His
Joust.
favorite Joust game.
So you're
Scott's
saying
favorite joust game
you're
one
saying
because
Joust?
Joust 2 is no good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott
Joust
likes
is-
Joust.
I love
but he doesn't
Joust.
like Joust 2.
Yeah. I don't think it's
All
as hard as you're saying.
What do
but
you think, Steph? What do you think, Steph?
Well, okay.
All right.
My opinion, I'm flattered that you keep asking, but yeah, I literally have no clue. However, I would say maybe, I mean, we could go with it just to kind of feel the, test the waters, but maybe we should avoid like the retro stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if that's
okay.
what the Tadpool would go with, but I think we should do it
gotcha.
just to spite Scott because now we're on that roll.
Right. Agreed. Anytime we can stick it to Scott is a good thing to do. We could go with Demon Soul. You think people would have said that instead of Dark Souls? It's a
Sure.
Souls game.
I mean, Demon Souls is harder than Dark Souls, so
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
objective truth.
All right.
So yeah.
know
All
what
right.
any
So
of
give
these
us some
are. I literally
souls. Give us
don't.
the other souls.
Some more souls. All right.
Yeah.
Show me Demon Souls.
No.
Number 23 on the
Oh.
list. So it's on there,
Yikes.
but didn't make the top
Yeah, we
10.
tried.
I'm guessing people lumped Souls into Dark Souls.
I
All the
figured as
Souls
much as
games.
They
well.
might
but, you know,
have, yeah. That some of those Dark Souls votes might have been for Demon Souls. A lot of people did still say Demon Souls, like I said, made it just number 23, but they might have said Dark Souls to like all encompass all of that stuff.
Well, I am gonna go with retro and say one of the hardest games I ever played was, and I can't remember if the arcade version or the home version was worse, but the Ghouls and Goblins, Goblins and Ghouls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ghosts and Ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghouls and Ghosts.
Go. Yeah, there was several. Yeah.
Ghosts and Goblins, I think. was
Ghosts
the
and
first
Ghosts
one.
and Goblins, the Capcom game that had the little knight, and if you hit him hard enough,
Yeah.
his suit went off, and
That's
he was
a
running
good
around in
All
his
his
underwear.
clothes fell off.
Yeah.
And he ran around his little boxers.
That game.
All right. Show me Ghosts Goblins.
Oh. Good
Yeah,
job,
very good.
Scott.
Number 4 answer on the board. I have a
Oh, no.
I have a miniature version of it right here behind me.
Oh, nice.
Game
Is he pantsless?
He would be playing it. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Let's take a look at it. I want to see it. Oh, it's one of those. I love these.
Yep, it's one of the
That's awesome.
The what's this company called? New Wave Toys.
Yeah, look at that. That plays. You can play that game on there.
Yep, and what's cool
poorly,
is,
but you can play it.
It's
Yeah.
got HDMI out. So you can actually hook it up to a monitor and play using these little tiny controls.
Mhm.
You can play it, hook it up to a monitor. Although it's got USB ports, so you could presumably hook up a controller and just use it basically
Presumably.
as a one game machine.
Did they always have those
I think
ports,
I have
or
a
did they
Stranger
just
Things one like that.
start adding those ports? It feels like my
They started adding those recently. Yeah, the Tempest didn't have it.
yeah.
Centipede doesn't have it. I don't know if Dragon's Lair, I think, has it. I think you can do it on Dragon's Lair. I think
Nice.
they've got the HDMI and the USB ports.
That one would make
Dragon's
a lot of
Lair.
sense.
That's a good answer.
That's not that hard.
Oh
though.
yeah, I just realized I'm not giving you guys. an answer.
Dude, Dragon's Lair is not that hard.
I mean, you just memorize it and you're good. Once you know it, it's like nothing.
well, yeah, but trying to learn. We didn't have the
It's a lot to
internet back
memorize.
then. That
It
was
was
the
like-
hard part.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other on that answer, by the way.
I think
Thanks, Ibit.
I'm gonna
please
say
don't.
a game that gave me a lot of hard hard times in the
Hardness?
arcade was not arcade on my NES would have been the original or the old school. I assume these are lumped together because some are harder than others. But let's say, what's it called? Oh shit! Oh, Mega
They used
Man,
to
the
say
other Capcom
Mega
game,
Man.
Mega Man, the Mega
Mega
Man
Man.
series.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mega Man.
Which one, Scott?
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember the hardest one, but I'll bet people just said Mega Man like they said Dark Souls. If I had to guess.
Dr. Wiley?
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Show me Mega Man. That's some good points right there.
Nice
Number
points
10.
right
Nice
behind
job.
us.
Yeah. Breathing down your necks.
Boy, that makes me wonder what 11 is.
I know. They used to call it Nintendo Hard. Remember, that was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is I think it's a difficult game. It's one that, all right, well, time to continue game and see if I can get the next one of the little
The hardest
man.
the hardest Mega Man was the one with the US cover. Ooh, phew, that was ugly.
So
really?
back, if I remember right, I don't think I remember this right. There was a lot of talk about that's too obscure. I'm trying
Number
to think
two's
something-
up there is going to be an easy one.
You think
It's
so?
going to be an easy, hard one.
Yeah, easy hard one.
Wonder if anyone would have been so modern that they put some like mobile shit in here.
Ooh, mobile.
Because at the time, everybody wanted
He
to
loves
try
it
to.
when you call mobile shit, by the way.
Everybody,
That's
she's
the terminology I use.
full agreement there. Somebody probably did Flappy Bird, so I'm going to say Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird's a great one. I almost forgot about Flappy Bird.
That was hard.
Sure. All right. Show me Flappy Bird. People did say Flappy Bird. It was number 13, very close to the top.
Not
10.
hard at all,
Not-
Scott. Almost Floppy Bird.
But if you memorize it,
That one was random.
If
You couldn't memorize
I
it.
let-
it was random. I know.
I like that dig. Ibit's getting in on the digs now. If you memorize it.
I'm so far removed from mobile apps, I didn't even know that was a possibility.
Right? That does remind me, though, during that time that we were doing all those weird physics games, there was one where it was Q-Wop and there was the Flappy Bird, but there was one called, oh my god, I can't remember what it's called, Getting Over It with Fraudy, what's the stupid thing called?
It's just called Getting Over It, isn't it?
Is it just called Getting Over It? Did they finally shorten it to Getting Over It? The one where he's got this little pole and you gotta
Yeah.
like make him.
He's like
Do
in a
that little
he's in a
thing.
pot or whatever, and he's shirtless
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
using a big
yeah.
hammer, and the hammer. It is the Q-Op developer. You're right about
Ben
that.
Ben Frody or something. What was it called? Would you penalize if we said? Yeah.
No,
there
I
you go.
will. I'll give you Getting Over It.
All right, Getting Over It.
All right, show me Getting Over It. I mean,
come
I'll
on.
give it to you, but Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy is the
Bennett
game.
Foddy. That's it.
And
It
it
was
was-
Ben something.
Number 21 in the game. Bennett
Oh.
Foddy. Yeah.
Damn, I would have
Was
put that in
Bennett
the top
Foddy
10.
a real dude? Like, is he? Because I see the photo. The game is like a realistic looking photo of this dude trying to get over it. Apparently, but
Yeah. I'm assuming it was somebody he knew, right? That's what I always assume.
I-
like some sort of yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
no
looks
idea.
I
like
don't know the
he's the
backstory.
Australian video game designer. So it's
Yeah.
really him.
Sorry, Steph. I should let you rein me back in with my enthusiasm with that one.
That
I
was a
guess.
good. No, dude, you
It's by
were
the
you
same
were
guy
right.
that basically Q-Op is. By
Yeah,
the same
did Q-Wop.
guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his follow-up.
Yeah.
It's okay, we could still clear the board so I can give these games away. It's good.
Yeah, let's clear the board. I'm telling you, Pac-Man's up there. It's number 2.
I
Or
used,
Miss Pac-Man.
I used to
I
think
mean, it's not our turn, but like, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to get in Scott's head.
when we were in the 16-bit era, I had trouble with was it not Aladdin? Aladdin was fun.
Oh, Aladdin was so good.
What am I thinking
All those
of?
Disney games from that time.
Oh, the SNES Super NES version of Here You Feel the Love Tonight.
I'll
give it to him. Go
Lion
Lion
King. That game was notoriously hard, and that game was famous for. It was famous for putting in a level that was meant to just.
It was just
piss
that
everyone
monkey
off.
thing, right? That monkey shit that you had to do with the.
Yeah, we
like,
talked
the
about
monkeys
it.
tossed you around, but you can just memorize it, right, Ibit? Just memorize
You
it.
just memorize it. Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't like Pumbaa in it?
Was he in that
voice-
one?
Wink,
Who
wink.
did the voice for the video game? Was that Robert Guillaume? I can't remember.
It was Gilbert Gottfried.
Let's do
All
Lion
right,
King.
show me Lion King. I'm trying so hard to get Scott to laugh. Show me Lion King.
Look at that, dadgummit, Scott. Good job, man.
Number 8 points. 22.
Oh,
for
man.
Scott, 15
Good
for Brian.
job.
I promise, Stephanie, I'm not trying to win here. I'd rather you
Oh,
win.
you are to try. You better try.
I'd rather
There's
her
3
win.
answers left on the board. You guys could clear this out.
Yeah.
These are all gettable. These are all very gettable answers, especially number 2. Come on now.
You think it's E.T.? Everybody hated it because it was hard as hell because it didn't
Well,
make any sense.
it was
Physics
hard,
were
but
terrible.
it was broken. That's what it was. So the
Yeah,
hardness
yeah,
was
yeah.
something.
So are we
to being
just
bad.
playing both sides now, Dunaway?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought I was trying to clear the board. I'm sorry. Apologies. I thought I was thinking we were mathematically eliminated. Apologies. We still have a chance. Okay.
Oh no, you
my
definitely
bad.
still have, you have more than a
My bad.
chance. Yeah, you definitely have.
I take it
potential.
back.
Well, let's go back to the arcade and try Defender because Defender gave me.
Defender. Oh my
was
God,
good.
Defender is such a tough game.
Yeah.
Show me Defender.
Oh.
I'm amazed that Defender didn't make the list because I would agree with that 100%. That game is
Right.
such a quarter eater for me. Anyway, Stargate and Defender both. And,
Quarter
and
eater
only
or
one
quarter muncher?
person said a quarter eater, quarter muncher,
Mhm,
quarter
mhm.
snacker. Tied for 53rd place, by the way.
Mm.
Wow,
Yeah.
53rd place. That means we get very loosey goosey eventually. It sounds like.
Well, it's another game that with the right control scheme, it would be a way better game. But the way they laid out those controls
Yes.
is freaking terrible. It's just awful.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah.
I just think with number 2, I mean, it's got to be something obvious. I mean,
Yeah, let's
not
just do
grindy
Pac-Man.
like
Let's
Diablo
just do
or
the
nothing.
Pac-Man.
you think Pac-Man?
Let's just do the Pac-Man.
Pac-Man? It seems
So-
like such an
That
old,
was
like an
a
old person
B-side by
answer.
Buckner and Garcia. Do the Pac-Man.
Mm.
Right.
Do the Pac-Man.
All right. Steph says we're going to do the Pac-Man.
All right.
I'm going to go with just the absolute volume of people who have played Pac-Man, that there's going to be a large enough people in there who have no idea of any other video game other than Pac-Man.
Mm.
All right. Show
Donkey
me. What are you choosing? What are you doing?
Oh my God.
All right.
Right.
Show me
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Son of a bum.
Ooh, third strike. That means Scott, in order for Stephanie to win these prizes, you're going to have to
Come on, Scott.
run the board. But you can do this. You can do this.
All right. I used to hate. I don't remember when this came out. Might be too old. I may be screwing myself here, but I'm going to say it. Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ninja
Ninja Gaiden's
Gaiden?
hard as balls.
Oh,
Yeah.
it gave me headaches, that game. Pissed me
Yeah.
off. Like 80s
Show-
or early 90s? Late 80s. Anyway, whenever it was.
Okay. Show me Ninja Gaiden.
Ah,
Number 13 number 14, Flappy Bird was 13.
Can I get a fourth strike? Like, can I get a punch out? Like, the end was really hard. That's really hard.
Sure.
Can
you
we
wanted
get
another-
relief? Because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
can you give me
anything
another
about
X?
video games.
Fourth. Hey, Al Kebab, could you really quickly program a fourth strike in this thing so that we can? Apparently, Tadpool Feud is a very difficult game. 3 answers left on the board. Let's go ahead and see what those are. Number 2 never got even mentioned by. I don't even remember seeing if. Oh no, Tom DeGossa just mentioned it. Show me number 2. Battletoads.
Battletoads, very
Oh.
difficult.
Yeah,
yes.
the Deadpool has been screaming that the whole time.
Have they been
so-
Yeah.
screaming Battletoads?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
a tough
several
one.
people. All, yeah.
Gotcha.
Certain levels
Uh,
are. That first one's not too bad, but by the time you get onto the bridge, oh,
Really?
Ugh.
All right. Number 7, I think it's easier if you've got a code you can use for it. But what is number 7?
Contra.
That's a good
That's
one.
of course, that's a good one. I
Yeah.
love Bendy too. Did you ever guys ever play Bendy? That was a fun game.
Never heard of
Never
Bendy.
played Bendy. I haven't heard of it either.
Did we talk
Always
about
got
that? We
lost
did the
and stuck
Contra
on that.
episode. Did we talk about that? Is it Bendy?
Contra, yes.
Is it similar?
No, Bendy's not related. No.
Okay,
Bendy's
not related.
to
All right.
Contra.
All right.
No, I was just thinking about it because I was thinking that's what he's going to pull up.
Got it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Show me number 9. This is kind of on the level of Pac-Man. Like, I feel like this is something that, and I'll tell you the argument for why people put this one in here. Tetris.
Oh, of course. Tetris is hard as shit.
Because you can't beat it.
Yeah.
It goes
Pac-Man's the
on
same way.
forever. It just gets
right?
faster and faster.
I can't remember
know
if
at least
Tetris
with
has a kill
Pac-
screen or something, does it?
Yeah,
Or-
I know Pac-Man's got a kill screen. Maybe Tetris has one, but yeah, that's the That was some people's argument for why Tetris belonged on the list.
Me losing this for Steph was a kill screen today. Sorry,
It
Steph.
really was. That's all right. Number 11, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES.
That's a good one.
That was
people
hard.
had that one.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the chat too.
Mhm.
E.T. Atari 2600 E.T. was number
Oh.
12.
Mhm.
This is one I'd never even heard of, but enough people said it that it made it to number 15. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
Well, another Souls-like.
Zero.
Yep.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it-
yeah, yeah.
Another derivative of that. All right. Legend of Zelda. We had a couple people who just like said Ocarina of Time or another one specifically, so that one kind of
Yeah.
got lumped together. 17 was Pong. Again,
Pong.
Pong. You know.
Unwinnable.
Easy rules, but boy, World of Warcraft number 6, EVE Online 5, Myst also number with
that's-
5
Yeah.
with 5 people saying that
Challenging.
one. Dwarf Fortress, Asteroids, Bloodborne, Call of Duty, Civilization, Hollow Knight, Overwatch, Animal Crossing. Come on now.
Yeah, girlfriend.
Armored Core, Castlevania, Celeste, Centipede, Cyberpunk, Dead Cells, Donkey Kong Country, and various versions of that. Factorio. Factorio, I would agree, can get difficult. It ramps up quickly. Geometry Dash, Hades, something called I Want to Be the Guy.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that one either. Okay.
Uh-uh.
Kingdom Hearts,
But we all-
Life, Minesweeper, Mortal Kombat, Punch Out, Sonic the Hedgehog, Souls, StarCraft. They Are Billions, and Adventure Quest 2.
There are billions.
Then we start getting into the ones where just one person said it, and I'm not going to go through all of these, but
Personal struggles at that point, right? Just
pretty
Yeah.
much. Somebody said Galaga, especially when 40
Oh,
people are
Galagas.
watching you.
yeah, that is a hard game. Yeah.
So I think that's one specific person who had to play it in front of a bunch of people at TMS Vegas earlier this year. Let's see, just some other fun ones. Left 4 Dead 2, when you have to carry.
Mhm.
My broken copy of Double Dragon 2 that reset up to level 2, so that's as far as I ever got. Rocket League, I would agree that can get tough until you figure out the controls. It's very, very tough.
Yeah. Plus,
I don't know. It always seems to match me with people who are just a little better than me.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, that game doesn't really have a single player mode, so when you play other people, you're left to their to their whims. If they're good,
Their
they'll
skills.
rock you. Yeah.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe on the Intellivision.
That's a good one.
Any game on the Intellivision where you have to play with that weird puck joystick thing, just horrendous.
By the way, January of this year, 2024, 34 years later, a 13-year-old kid hit the NES Tetris kill screen.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
yes, that's
we mentioned
right.
That in the chat room a second ago. Yeah,
That's
Took
right.
him-
And that reporters reported on it, and they were all like, "You're not better go outside, kid."
Yeah. I mean, he did it in 40 minutes, 1,511 lines total. 40 minutes is how long that would take you to do. I mean, the reason that you can crash that one is that particular cartridge had very little. They're small. The memory's small, so the arcade version I think looped, but the home one you could crash out. But I don't know anyone who did. It sounds like this kid's the first one to do it.
wow.
Yeah,
Suck it.
That's crazy. 1,511 lines. That's a lot of cocaine, you guys. A lot of cocaine.
I don't even think Charlie Sheen did that much.
Yeah, who would have known? Well, the good news is the good news is bad news. But that's okay,
No.
Stephanie, because having you here is always a treat. It's always nice having you here. Do you have anything to say about your defeat?
It's good. I'll just crawl back into my hole and wallow in my own self pity. It's good. It's fine.
Aw.
Go hug a spider.
I'm happy to be here. I love you guys. You guys
Oh,
are great.
you're the best. Go
love you
go
too,
go hug like
you,
a
Deb.
Spider-Man doll or something. It'll all be
Ga, ga,
fun.
ga, ga.
There you go.
Ga, 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 ga. Oh my gosh, a Daryl throwback. Brian, way to go, man. Hey, don't
Oh,
forget
yeah.
this Friday we're hanging out again. All right, we're doing a show,
Mhm.
1:30 Mountain Time. Speaking of retro games, tell people what
That's
we're
right.
doing so they can tune in and check it out live.
We're playing a gnome kicking good time called Golden Axe. Yeah, you remember that. You want to go beat up some people as a Conan-like character? That's what we're playing this week, Golden Axe. For the
Nice.
arcade,
Let's-
mostly.
Yep, we're gonna be the dwarf, or we're gonna be the lady, or we're gonna be the dude. You pick.
It doesn't matter as long as you're fast at kicking things like gnomes who are running around with the potions. I love those guys.
Those are the best. You're right about that.
They're the best. I love smacking them and then watching the blue potions fly out of their little satchel. I don't know what the hell's going on in that game, but I love it.
Yeah.
Sign me up for more Goldeneye.
First game I remember that had like an ultimate that you could fire off, that you would build up over time.
Yeah.
I'm
you
sure
just throw it up in the air,
and I'm sure others existed. I'm sure they existed, but I feel like that's the first game I've ever played where it was like every once in a while you would get to a place where you could launch something terrible and destroy 50 people at once, and it was amazing.
Yeah. And that was actually one of the things they were doing. Was it was inspired by another game that we'll talk about this Friday, and that they were trying to not look too much like this other game. But guess what?
Guess what? They did.
They did.
Take that, Sega.
And Conan.
Yep. We'll find out. This is Friday, 1:30 Mountain Time. Me and Dunaway talking old games. Be there or be square. Kiss our butts. Bye. Oh, he didn't even get a know you. And
It did not even get to rip off a you.
Yeah, it feels good. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, Nicole will be here. We're going to do some recommendals. Randy has an appointment of some sort, so he will not be here today. But we'll hear from Nicole, we'll hear from Brian and myself about things we think you might be wanting to watch on streaming. That'll come up after this break and a song that Brian brought. What'd you bring?
Yeah, this one is fun. This is by a band called Nightfire. Fun album called Ameripop. This is kind of like your how did I describe these? Let me pull it up here. Nightfire, because I actually had some notes on this. It's like going back in time to some 90s Killers and Supergrass and stuff like that. So the band is called Nightfire, all one word, Nitefire. The brand new album is called Ameripop, and this is the first single from it. It's called Love Won't Tear Me Away.
What's the password?
Caribbean.
I thought it was Caribbean.
It's the same thing, you simp.
Well, the belted Earl has spoken.
And we return. Tell people who that was again so they can seek it out.
Sure. You bet. That's a band called Nightfire, and a song called Love Won't Tear Me Away. Comes from their brand new EP, Ameripop, which just came out.
Nice. I like the term.
Big thanks
Ameripop.
to Grace, Grace Ear Records, and 23 is also the label. So
nice.
Big thanks to them for sending that over to me.
Very good. All right, we got Nicole ringing. She's showing us offline, but that doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean a thing.
You know, there have been times where that was true, and she was there. And then there have been times where she was green and she never answered.
That's right.
So who are we to guess ahead of it? Oh, there she is. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
I'm all right.
Yeah, you're all right? Well, guess what? I'm playing the intro.
Well, what do you recommend?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Nicole Spagnolo, joining us as she does on Wednesdays to talk about streaming stuff. Nicole, it's good to have you back.
I was focused on work. I was like just heads down in work, and I was like, "Oh crap!"
No, nothing wrong with that. You gotta do what you gotta do. Well, we're just glad we're glad you take time out to hang out with us. We appreciate it. It's very nice of you.
Well, I like you guys, so it's my pleasure.
Well, good. We're gonna get into it, and we're gonna start with Brian. Although, real quick, I just gotta check. Did you send me a clip of something? I don't know if I got anything from you.
From me or from Nicole?
From Nicole.
Okay.
I did send you something.
Did you? I'm
actually
it.
trying to remember what did I send you?
You sent me. I'm just trying to find your name in here. Why can't I find it? Hold on. You probably did, and I just forgot. Here we go, Nicole. Oh, I found it. It's the Nandor Fodor thing.
Oh, Nandor. Yes. Nandor.
Cool.
All right. So now I've got what I need. All right. Excellent. Brian, let's play yours first, though. Give us a little setup before we do it. What do you got?
Yeah. Mine is a TV show that just based on where it was, which streaming service offered it, and who's in it, I knew I'd eventually get around to it. And even some people in the Tadpool also recommended it, and I had a really good time.
Nice. Here we go.
So you brought this all the way from the Keys because...
My sheriff felt that this particular appendage might belong to one of your victims and could hopefully stay here in Miami where random severed arms are an everyday thing, so... Pretty pleased?
Yeah, I've got the county's current inventory on body parts.
Okay.
And none of them match a black-haired white male in his 40s. Now, did you notice his watch is missing? You see this? If someone took that, that could make it a homicide.
Yeah, well, my sheriff is not going to love the word homicide. How about this? Maybe the shark that mangled the poor f***er also likes to eat watches. I mean, if someone took the watch, why would they not swipe the wedding ring, too? That looks like it's platinum.
Look at you, making a good point.
That's not the first time. Ask around.
You know what? That humorous is hacked up pretty bad.
Now we're talking. You know, maybe the guy went out fishing by himself. He's a lonely gentleman. And then he backed into the boat's propeller. That's how my grandfather died.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, he's still alive. But, you know, could have happened.
Yeah, maybe. It does look a little like a propeller wound.
Definitely propeller-like, if not all the way, it's a propeller. You're good.
Still doesn't make it my problem.
Ugh, you're killing me, Rosa. Please don't say what I think you're about to say.
Sorry, not my case.
I assume this is Vince Vaughn that I'm hearing.
That is totally Vince Vaughn.
It's 100% Vince Vaughn, and this is a show called Bad Monkey on Apple TV Plus. This is an adaptation of Carl Hiaasen novel, 2013 novel that he wrote, and has absolutely that same feel as the good parts of Striptease, the fun parts of the movie Striptease, and other adaptations of Carl's work. Or, of course, if you're a fan of his book, of his writings, then you'll like it as well. This is cool. It takes place down, as you would guess, because it's Carl Hiaasen, in South Florida, in the Keys and in Miami. Vince Vaughn is a guy named Andrew who used to be a cop and then got into a fight with another cop who was being a bad cop, and then got demoted and basically shuffled down to a out of the way job in the Keys, and then later becomes a restaurant inspector. He's basically embroiled in a case where an arm turns up in the water out off the Keys, off the coast, during a fishing trip, and he's trying to figure out the origin of this arm and where it
And
comes
he's a
from.
Is he a detective?
He's kind of his own detective. Yes.
Okay. He's a rogue detective.
He's kind of going rogue because technically, officially, he's a restaurant inspector, but he's able to kind of circumvent
Gotcha.
because he's been able to kind of get some information. One of the you've got Alex Moffat, who it feels like he's basically playing his same SNL character, guy who owns a boat, or guy who just bought a boat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's in it?
He's in it. He plays kind of a similar character, a real estate broker that buys the house next to him and is trying to sell it. And it's just basically the same horrible character. Michelle Monaghan is in this. She's fantastic. L. Scott Caldwell from Lost is in this one.
Oh, yeah. Love her.
And then you've got Rob Delaney, who you know as Peter in the Deadpool movies. Guy with the mustache.
Sure. Let's say that. Yeah, the guy with the mustache.
The guy with the mustache.
The very large mustache.
It's a huge ass mustache. You've also got Meredith Hagner in here, and I a long time ago recommended a show called Search Party, and she was one of the people in the group that was trying to track down the history of what's her face from Arrested Development, her character, Naby's character in Search Party. She is fantastic in this. She plays this horrible, conniving, manipulative woman who is able to basically get Rob Delaney's character to do whatever she wants.
Oh, wow. She sounds great. She does a lot of voice work. It looks like tons of cartoons.
I can see why. She's got a very childlike voice, so she can get away with kind of those younger characters. She was also in Palm Springs with Sam Berg and Kristen Milotti. This is fun. This is like a 10-episode series that you think kind of gets wrapped up at one point, or you think one story kind of gets wrapped up at one point and then things kind of continue on from there. But it's really the interactions between Vince Vaughn and just about everybody that really make this. I have to think that so much of this is based on, is funny because of Carl Hiaasen's dialogue.
Twinkle, 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 baby, twinkle, twinkle.
Sure.
That's what I think of Vince Vaughn. He's such a character. I mean, going back to Swingers and like what he brings. And I honestly, I think I appreciate him more now.
Yes. Yeah.
And even in the movie Four Christmases, I was like, I first saw that, I was like, eh. But I find myself wanting to watch it every Christmas, and I'm appreciating those characters much more. I don't know why.
He's absolutely somebody that I like more now than I did when we were kind of at maximum Vince Vaughn saturation. We had that for a little while, and he's I think he's perfectly cast in this and perfectly scripted in this. I imagine a lot of this is improv, or at least it's his delivery that makes this movie so funny, or I'm sorry, the series so funny. But it's he's a lot of the reason why we really like this was his acting and his the dialogue.
How's this Crystal the monkey? Pretty good, little monkey.
Really good. That is the titular bad monkey.
Gotcha.
And Crystal's great. There's also, and people are going to say, well, Brian loves the soundtrack. Damn right, I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is all Tom Petty covers. So
that's cool.
You can't beat that. Although it's funny, in the show they use a lot of the Tom Petty original versions, but the soundtrack that you get on Apple Music is 100%
covers.
Tom Petty covers, or covers of Tom Petty.
This monkey was in 5 episodes of Community.
There was the monkey. That
it's not the monkey. It's not the monkeys from
It is
Chimp
the monkey
Crazy.
from The
No,
Hangover. Oh no,
hell
it's
no.
not the monkey from Chimp Crazy, but it is the monkey from The Hangover. So Crystal the
He's-
monkey getting
There's
work.
like
Yeah,
seedy
2.5.
monkey business going on.
Oh yeah, no, I watched that because of you, and man, that thing, holy shit! People should watch Chimp Crazy. It's insane. But this claims that this monkey has made over 2.5 billion in box office revenue for all the movies it's been in. That's amazing.
Yeah, between Hangover and Community. I mean,
Is it what kind? Is it capuchin?
She's a money-making monkey.
Is it a capuchin monkey?
It's
what kind of?
That's a good question.
First appeared in '97 in George of the Jungle, and then 20 features
kind of
to her
monkey is it?
name. It is. I'm trying to read it. I don't see it. What kind
It's
is
funny.
it?
You'd think they would put that as one of the first things. As
Like-
kind of monkey.
Because it's not a chimp.
Yeah,
It looks.
doesn't.
Chris in the chat says.
Yes, it is a capuchin.
Oh, capuchin. There,
It
I
is a
finally
capuchin.
found it. Yeah.
Tufted
So-
capuchin.
Yeah.
Chimp Crazy lady
Yeah.
sells capuchin monkeys. It would not surprise me that monkey came from her.
Could be, yeah.
That's how she has her whole farm is
Here's
a
and by the way,
wild exotic animal sales.
Yeah.
Here's a lot of the money, by the way, for why Crystal is such box office gold. George of the Jungle and Night at the Museum, both the Night at the Museum movies.
Oh yeah,
So
that definitely was a capuchin.
big
in
money,
my-
but
yeah.
not Marcel. Wonder if she and Marcel talk at all.
That'd be.
They
I'm
throw-
a
they
little
throw poo
surprised.
at each other.
I'm a little surprised how long this monkey lives. I guess I thought they had shorter lives. Like that's a huge career.
Totally, yeah, 1994. This monkey's older than my son.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's weird.
We can. If you wanted to go see the Chimp Crazy lady and her petting zoo, she lets you feed baby monkeys.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a whole interaction thing that she has going on down there. It's only
Yeah.
2 hours away from me.
You need to go because that documentary floored
wanna.
that thing floored me, dude. That was nuts.
Yeah.
So you got to go get some pictures. Show me
Alright.
more. You need to talk to her because she's
Talk
nuts.
to Tanya. It's Tanya, right?
Tanya, she's nuts. Freaking nuts. Oh my gosh, that documentary.
Yeah.
Glad I watched it. All right. Well, anyway, this is streaming where?
Anyway,
Apple TV Plus.
The show is Bad Monkey. It's on Apple TV Plus, and watch it for the monkey. Watch it for Vince Vaughn. Watch it for whatever reason you
The
need.
soundtrack.
But watch it for the soundtrack, exactly. But it's really fun.
All right,
Cool.
Nicole, let's swing it over to you. What do you got here for
All
us?
right. I almost watched Bad Monkey.
Did you really? Oh,
I
funny.
did.
Well, you
I
still
was
should.
I was
You
kind of
still should.
hovering over it, and then I was like, I bet you somebody's gonna watch that because it looks good.
Mhm.
And I was right. So I was looking for. So I've been really into Infinity Train right now, and I recommended that a few weeks ago. And Ava and I are on season 3, and it's such a shame that it was canceled. So I was looking for things like that, and I found this movie.
Oh, all
It
right.
came out in 2023. It has a really, some very notable actors and actresses. It's weird. It's really weird, and I'm going to recommend it. It's a little bit of comedy, a little bit of mystery, whole lot of weird.
All right, here's
So-
your
Okay.
clip.
All right.
Whoops, let me go back. All right, there we go.
So, the mongoose. Jeff.
Well, I must admit, I found your letter to be intriguing.
In my nearly 30 years, but I did hear it.
You did?
Yes, once, from another room.
All right, I don't know what to expect here. I mean, we got famous people in here.
Everybody identified Christopher Lloyd,
Yeah.
but you probably did
not
not
to.
recognize Simon Pegg. That was Simon Pegg on the other side of that.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that. Okay.
Yeah. So you have Simon Pegg, you have Minnie Driver, Christopher Lloyd, and Neil Gaiman in this movie. This is a movie based on like real things that happened. So it's based on a true story.
Mhm.
And I didn't know what a mongoose was. So I had to look it up.
You never watched Ricky Tikki Tavi as a kid?
I didn't know what a mongoose was. So, and the other reason why I watched this movie is simply because I am a huge fan of What We Do in the Shadows, and Nandor in that show I love. And the name of this movie is Nandor, Frodo, and the Talking Mongoose. Like there's some weird connections. So Nandor Frodo is Simon Pegg, and he is part of like a skeptics group. And so is Christopher Lloyd. So this took place in the 1930s in Britain. It was a big to-do in the tabloids that this family had a talking mongoose, and everyone in the town had interacted with this mongoose, and so they're trying to disprove it, and that's what Nandor and his assistant, who is Minnie Driver, go there to see this mongoose and to interact with the town and try to basically disprove it. And the family, the Irvings, really have no, like, they're not charging, they're not trying to scam people out of their money or anything like that. So it's very perplexing to everyone, like, what the hell is going on in this town with this mongoose? And so Jeff is the name of the mongoose. And you get taken along on a ride to, is it real? Is it not real? Is it the daughter who knows how to do, she is a accomplished ventriloquist. So it's just, and Jeff is voiced by Neil Gaiman. So
It's voiced.
The mongoose is voiced by.
Yes.
It's very odd.
Excellent.
So this came out it came out last year. It's on Amazon Prime. That's where I said it was, right? Amazon Prime.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird. And it's a dark comedy. They kind of label it as a dark comedy because there's some funny stuff to it, and it's like, weird.
Says Houdini's in this. I assume he factors into the real story somehow.
Houdini?
Yeah.
No, they talk about Houdini.
Well, there's an actor here. Edmund Kingsley plays Harry Houdini, it says. So it must not be prominent.
No, or maybe it was a scene that they did that they didn't include. I don't remember seeing Houdini. They talk about Houdini and like, oh wait, no, you're right. They do have a whole thing. So do you know Harry Houdini's story about life after death? This is what the movie is
really,
kind of,
yeah.
is there life after death? So Harry Houdini, when he was about to die, told his wife, if there is something on the other side, let's communicate what it's going to be. I'm going to tell you the word. And so before he died, he spent his life trying to disprove charlatans trying to take advantage of people that are missing loved ones. And so he was on a mission to kind of like, what's his name?
Guy with the beard
Oh,
died recently.
yes.
Yeah. The great.
Um,
He had a stage name.
he
but
was
his-
he was always at Dragon Con, and he had a
Yeah.
standing reward for anyone that could prove that there was paranormal. He was
Forgot his name, but he
you
was
know-
big
Amazing
time.
Randy. Amazing Randy.
Amazing Randy. Yeah, he was like this
Yes.
hardcore
So
skeptic.
kind of like
and
that,
all
right?
yeah.
And that's what this movie kind of ties into life after death, and how, because apparently Jeff is a Earth being, and there's James Randy. Thank you for the chat. So fascinating. I enjoyed it. I like that kind of dive into supernatural. I mean, honestly, when I was younger, I kind of got taken in by that TV show, John, where he would go, there's somebody with a family member with starting with a letter.
Crossing over with
yes.
God, what was that guy's name? Is there a J?
John
Somebody
Edwards.
knows John Edwards.
John
Somebody
Edwards.
knows a J. Somebody knows somebody with a J in their name in this room.
Yeah. Oh, the worst. Oh God, I got sucked into it. We
Sure.
want to believe. We want,
Sure.
and this movie kind of talks about some of that and wanting to believe and wanting to know, and sometimes we just don't know, and that's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not to know. Cool. So worth it, you say? Hour and a half is all pretty short movie too.
Yeah, it's a very short movie. I was actually surprised how short it was. I was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
I was expecting more.
Adam Sigel.
So,
Why do I
yeah.
know that guy? The director's name. Something familiar about that.
Nandor Fodor.
Oh, he did that Poker Face movie with Russell Crowe. That's what it was. So Nandor Fodor, not Frodo. What is it?
Fodor.
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 Nandor Fodor. What an unfortunate name. He was a real person. So it's not like they're making that up for the movie.
Yeah, I looked this dude up. He looks like just
Yeah.
a normal dude, but
Yeah.
let's see. He was he was up. He lived till 64. He was around for quite a while.
He was a parapsychologist.
Huh.
And where this
It's better when you
happened was
get
an
two, better
island.
than just one psychologist. It's much better to have a parapsychologist.
Yeah, you don't want just one. This one says
So, yeah.
parapsychologist and also psychoanalyst. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he's from Hungary.
He was very skeptical.
Oh, Hungarian dude.
Hungarian origin, anyway. Pretty cool. There you go. This and all others that we talked. Oh, I have to do mine. What am I thinking? I still have mine.
Do yours.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Let me play it. Here it is. This is a thing that I've kind of talked about on the show just briefly, but I decided to go ahead and recommend it full-throatedly because I think it's very good so far. I'm only a season in, and there's plenty more to catch up on, including new stuff. But anyway, here's your clip. We'll talk about it.
So much has changed in Harlem since you've been gone. Bad and good. A lot of folks moved out to Brooklyn and Queens. They don't feel safe here anymore. Leeds department store went out of business. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Remember how we used to buy your shoes there?
Yeah. Apollo's still there.
As long as there's a Harlem, we'll have the Apollo.
What's James Brown?
A singer. Talented. Maybe we'll go see him sometime. I just know you'll get right back into the swing of things.
All right, that is from episode 1 of a 2019 through current Godfather of Harlem episode. And started on Epix. Epix got bought by MGM, and then MGM got bought by Prime, and now Prime owns it. So now it's part of MGM Plus is where you can go watch this. And because I did that for From, I just hung around and started watching other things and started watching this. I got through the first season, and it is really hardcore and really good. And if you remember, I forgot it already, but yesterday we talked about it. The Russell Crowe / Denzel Washington movie that Ridley Scott did.
Just talked about that.
Just talked about it. I can't remember the name again. It's about the same guy. Bumpy Johnson is the character. And he's this dude, spent a bunch of time in prison, came back out and picked right up where he left off. And it was running basically a big crime syndicate in Harlem. And other folks want in on some of that business. And that includes a lot of political machinations from people like Giancarlo Esposito's character, Adam Clayton Powell Jr., was based on, was an actual dude. This is all based on real stuff, although they take liberties for sure. Yeah. The other person I was going to mention, Paul Sorvino was in this before he passed. It's quite good. He's kind of the go-between between the mob families So everybody kind of has to clear all the shit through him. Chaz Palminteri shows up in this for a bit.
I like him.
Yeah, he's great. Vincent D'Onofrio plays kind of the worst bad guy, at least in season 1. I've not gotten past it, so I can't tell you who gets worse, but he's the worst. He plays this Vincent Giganti, or I think is how you say the last name. He's the Italian family boss that is trying to muscle in on Harlem, and kind of did while Bumpy was in jail, while he was in prison. So now there's this big fight between them. I will warn people, lots of N-words, lots of stuff of the era, early 60s stuff. Also the beginning of what would roll into the biggest push of the civil rights movement. And the guy that plays Malcolm X is embarrassingly good at being Malcolm X, to the point that this is not even his first time being Malcolm X. That's what this guy gets hired for. So you guys have seen what's the movie? Let me find him real quick here. There he is. Nigel Thatch is his name. And I'll show an image Brian can see in the chat. Can see that that right there. I mean, you'd swear that was Malcolm X. He just looks like him.
Yeah, no kidding.
He was also in Selma in 2014 and played Malcolm X.
There we go.
So he's got a look to him that is insane, and it just looks like him. But I guess it's really just the only 2 things he's done where he's Malcolm X, but it still seems like a lot. He's great. Just chews up the scenery every time he's on screen. And this, he in real life, he had a history with Bumpy, and let's call it a bumpy one. So seeing what they have to do to try to be, Malcolm X's new life, new goals, new mission, and no longer being a street hood, really clashes with what Forrest Whitaker's character who plays Bumpy. I should have mentioned that already. He's amazing in this. Anyway, Forrest Whitaker's crazy good. This guy's great. This Nigel Thatch guy. I really like this Lucy Fry actress, who I'd never really heard of before. She's been in stuff I'd seen. I just didn't know it.
Very familiar. Oh yeah.
She was in Bright, which I kind of liked. 11/22/63. Yeah, she's really good in this. She plays the daughter of the Italian dude of Vincent D'Onofrio's character, and she's kind of in a interracial sort of I don't know what to compare it to. A little bit of Romeo and Juliet, I guess, kind of a problem, and it makes for a really interesting bit of story in that first season. Anyway, it's very, very good, very hard hitting. My favorite part of it, maybe Brian would like to hear about, which is, I don't know if it's my favorite part, but it's a really cool part. The music, they have decided to have a mix of era-appropriate music, but then there's parts where it's like modern rap takes on certain things. Or,
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
or even like songs that were like way later, like 70s, 80s blues or something, because it just fits the scene really well or whatever. I really like how they do it. I thought it would bug me, actually, but it doesn't. It's actually very cool the way it all fits in.
Got me hooked on checking it out for that reason alone. I
Yeah.
love that. I love it when they do that. Like throw something that still sounds period appropriate, but you're listening to it and saying, "Oh, that's totally a different song."
Yeah, it's very much like that, and it just, I don't know, for whatever reason, that mix I was wary of, and it ended up being really good. It's reviewed extremely well, and I was like, well, I got to see this. So I sat down and did, and I'm ready for more seasons. I think it's fantastic. So go check it out. Godfather of Harlem, available now on MGM Plus, and maybe Prime just has a season. I'm not sure. I didn't check.
Okay.
It also says Hulu, but I don't know. I
don't trust that.
I don't trust that because I don't think I saw it there, but I could be wrong. Anyway,
It says seasons 1 through 3 are on Hulu, but
really?
Yeah.
I can dump MGM Plus for now and bring it back when I need new ones.
There you go. Bring it back when you're ready for to binge the last half of the From season.
Yeah, real good though. I don't know what to compare it to. There's not much to compare it to except maybe, I don't know. It's maybe Sopranos, but from a different perspective, kind of.
Okay.
Like different culture, different time, different. I don't know. That vibe is there for sure. Just kind of hard hitting mobster stuff. Anyway, if that piques your interest or any of these we talked about today, they'll be on quicktms.li, and they're there for the taking. Check that out. Nicole, anything you want to say about wood whispering today or anything at all?
Mark, we do a live show every Friday at 10 a.m. Central. So what is that, 11 a.m. Eastern?
Mm-hmm.
We do a woodworking morning show where you can come and hang out with us. Kind of like what you guys are doing right now.
Nice.
So interact with the chat room, talk about woodworking and other stuff. So, but mainly woodworking.
Nice.
Nice.
So if you've ever had any interest in getting into the craft, that's a great way to kind of start and dip your toe in.
Nice. Where do
You're
they?
able to like answer questions live and things like that.
Yeah,
Very
definitely. Yeah.
Wood-
yeah.
wood-
So I moderate the chat and
Just your Wood Whisperer YouTube channel? Is that where you're doing it?
Yep.
Okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. You
All
can
right.
just head on over to our YouTube channel. The live I put it up so you can actually have it remind you of when we go live. So.
Nice. Very nice. Go check it out. Tell Mark hi. Say hi to the kids and the dog and the whatnot. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
All righty. Well, there you go.
Cool.
We did our recommendals. And
Did.
we're
No
all
sign
gonna...
of the mattress yet. So good.
Oh, yeah. I was
good,
going to ask. You didn't ever have to tear out. They must know.
No, and Tina's appointment or Tina's Zoom meeting just ended. So so even if they show up now, still good.
Yeah, I didn't mention this, but the reason that we started the show like right at 9:01 or whatever, my insurance company now that I do stuff with, they have to send a dude out once in a while, and that dude or lady has you sign stuff and just say checking in on you, what meds are they, they just want to get an idea of where you're at. And today it included a pinprick, and this thing bled.
Did you go to the side?
This bled for half the show. I did do the side, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it bled for half the show. And it's because I had to do, it's a whole thing, but the first hole stopped bleeding very well. It kind of stopped bleeding before we needed it to. As I don't have thin blood or anything, but he's like, oh, we better do that one again. We need more. So he pokes me right next to that same hole. And I think it just created like a wound. And now, it's better now, but it was just bleeding like crazy. So there's a little bit of blood on my keyboard here. A little bit of blood. It's great. Anyone need some DNA evidence? I got you covered right here.
Right, it's going to look like a crime scene down there, apparently.
Plus, he was late and slow talker. Ugh, it's just an awful experience.
Well, you worked out just fine.
It all worked out. Yep. Well, anyway, I had to pee in a square paper cup that had a plastic lining in it. That was weird.
Really?
Yeah.
That is weird.
Like, imagine a small Chinese takeout box. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, okay. Oh, really? Yeah.
But inside had a plastic lining so you could pee in there. Really weird.
Why are they using the little specimen
I don't
jars
know
anymore?
I don't know. My doctor uses those regular plastic things. Maybe this is more eco-friendly or something. I don't know.
Maybe recyclable.
Yeah, it was weird. Anyway,
not the plastic ones. We'll get another recording from Dr. Jerry explaining the switch over to the Chinese takeout.
Yeah, tell us about that and also why it's cool to put a hole right on top of another hole to get more blood out of it. Like, why not another finger? That seems weird.
Couldn't you have chosen another finger? They insisted on the same
Well,
one?
I can do another finger is what I said.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, this one we're already here, so it was just like making it sound
We're
like
already here. Like it's across town.
Yeah.
To go to another finger.
Yeah. I can't be bothered to go all the way over here to get another finger.
We're already here at this finger. Let's
So dumb. Anyway, whatever. I hate stuff like that. Hey, don't skip on DTNS today. You might think to yourselves, well, Tom's out of town, and who cares when he's not around? But it's going to be me and Sarah today, running the ship. That's it. That's all of us. We're doing all the tech news you can stand. It's at 2 p.m. It's the normal thing for DTNS, but it's me and Sarah hosting. So if you're around, I'd love to have you there. And we hope we are holding the fort down for Tom in a way he sees fit. All right? All right. Brian, it's time to get that out of here. Yeah.
Can I tell you that I've got sympathy pains for whatever reason, like talking about another poke in the finger. My fingers
feel it,
I
like
can
a little.
feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel it. Yes.
Isn't that weird? I get that too when I hear about it, but I don't know. This thing is. See if I can get it to go again. Hold on. No, we're good now.
Don't try and make it bleed. It finally stopped.
I know. I just think
it's
like
gonna bleed for like another hour if you do that.
Like, what did that guy do to me? Anyway. And he was such a slow talker. He's like, all right, now I'm going to prick your finger. It was like that. I was like, man, I got a show in like
initial these 4 pages.
Yeah, there was that too. There was that too.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be here at 8. He got here at 8:30. And I'm looking at the clock going, I have a show. That's why I texted you and I did.
Yeah,
I was like, well, shit, if I'm going to And I'm like, am I done? Oh, no, there's just this one more bird. I'm like, I was talking to Snuffleupagus. It's awful.
Too bad we couldn't coordinate the mattress and that guy at the same time. Could you do? My friend is getting a blood draw at 9. Could we do it then?
Yeah.
And we'll just start a little bit late.
He also thinks he's funny. He took my blood pressure and he goes, oh. I go, what does that mean? He goes, it's good. You're good. And I said, okay, well, I hope so. I've been working on that. And he said, I just expected to be higher, after yesterday. I'm like, I don't need to talk to a total stranger in my house about this damn election. Freaking.
Yeah, exactly. Give me, just prick my finger and get the hell out.
Yeah, prick and leave. Anyway.
Exactly.
Brian, let's play a song. You got something lined up?
Sure. This is going out to Sven from Baseball Camp. Howdy, folks. Howdy, folks. No particular reason for requesting other than the song is an absolutely neato cover. That's his words. Well worth a listen. Go ahead and insert whatever random made-up holiday you like and celebrate that. Happy International Catapult Yourself into a Dumpster with a Treadmill at Full Speed Day, everyone.
Jeez.
All right. Make up something.
All right.
Much love as always, Sven from Baseball Camp. This is great. This is an artist. I don't think I've gotten anything else from them. Emilio Bonito, a single that they released in 2016, covering REM's Endgame.
Ooh. I haven't heard that song in a while. All right, that sounds great. That's going to do it for us. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with more. We'll see you then.
Oh, looks like someone just got their ears caught in the audio cookie jar. It's okay. You can have another, and another after that at frogpants.com.
Gee, that sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.